Welcome back all. Somewhere, about 3 to 4 miles in the distance, this way in the beautiful Surrey countryside, there's a new biker spot called Machinehead Moto. What makes this extra interesting is that Machinehead Moto is set within the grounds of one of the most picturesque private estates in the country. Huge sprawling lands with a manor house in the middle, privately owned by the same family for 500 years. I don't really know what to expect, so let's hit the road and find out. This is one of the most beautiful entrances to a biker spot that I think I've ever seen in my life. So I'm now in the country estate, but before that, the roads are stunning just to get to this beautiful country estate. You can see I'm just surrounded by lush greenery everywhere. It's such a grand entrance. Just in the distance there, I don't know if you can make it out, a few houses right on the edge of this country house land. I've got to go. I'm late as always, damn it. I've got to go in that direction about 2 minutes, so I better get a move on. But I had to show you this as an entrance. Wow. Dave.
Freddie.
Pleasure
nice to meet you.
to meet you. Introduce us.
Welcome to Machinehead Moto. So this is kind of something that I built with my wife, Nikki. It's been something we've dreamed of for the last couple of years or so. And it's really an amalgamation of a life kind of project. My background as an engineer, Nikki's background as a textile designer. We wanted to build something around motorcycles, me getting more hands-on with them, customizing, which is where my passion is. And then Nikki curating a shop that's kind of hand-picked items and creating a space where bikers felt comfortable to come to. And we've built the place, and then progressively a community's built around it. you know. So, and luckily we're in the grounds of Loseley House that, you know, they've been amazing. You know, it's 1,400 acres of Surrey countryside. It's been in the same family for 500 years. And in the next few weeks, they're opening up the grounds for us to be able to go and use their woods for off-roading.
You're joking, I didn't know that.
No, yeah, so we are working with Desert Rose. So we're going to have some taster days where people can come along who've never touched an off-road bike before. They don't even have to have a license because you're off-road. Start on an electric motion bike, which is the electric motorbikes. Go around for about an hour on those and see how they feel. And then jump on a 4-stroke big enduro bike and head off into the woods and be coached by the likes of Patsy Quick, who's done the Dakar 4 times. So yeah, it's kind of just tying in the story of, you know, the countryside, the Surrey hills, the bikes, stopping for a coffee. The building literally opposite us that you can't see is actually a bakery, the Loseley Bakery. So we get all of our cakes from them.
And the 500-year-old manor house is
just behind it, which they've just been filming The Gentleman in there in the last couple of weeks.
That is absolutely crazy. He's the biggest Gentleman fan. That is, The Gentleman was filmed over there.
Yes, yeah. So all the internal shots you see on the first series and now the second series are in the house here.
In the house?
Yeah, all inside. And they've had all kinds of things. Amazon come here quite often to do filming, period dramas, that kind of thing. But the house have been amazing. They come down and see us quite often, particularly when we have an event. So the yard we're in here becomes quiet at weekend. So it just becomes our space.
Because you're in their land, aren't you?
Yeah.
How does it work? You contact them, hello, I'd like to set up a biker hangout.
Yeah.
Their initial reaction must have been like, oh, no, thank you.
It was very kind of similar to that. They were like, okay, we're not sure, expecting sort of either like big hairy bikers to turn up or, you know, we're doing burnouts all the time. But they met us, they saw our passion behind what we do. We had a couple of really close friends that kind of worked with us to find spaces. And when we found this place, it needed a heck of a lot of work.
What was it?
It was a chicken shed before. Was it? Yeah. You know, we could have gone for something modern, but we spent 7 or 8 months, just me and Nikki, working on this place, you know, grinding floors, building walls.
You did it solo?
Yep, absolutely solo. The only thing that we had to trade in was for the electrics. And really, we just spent our time getting it how we wanted it to be, really creating a space that we liked. And then just naturally, when we opened, people started to come. And progressively, we've created a lovely little community of people we're, you know, proud to call close friends now. We do ride-outs now first Sunday of every month. And that kind of captures what we are about the ride-outs, because there's such an eclectic mix of bikes, from somebody riding a, you know, 30-year-old Ducati to GS adventure bikes, and everything in between.
And you're in one of the most beautiful areas you can get just for rides. The surrounding scenery here, for one, is stunning. Yeah. The roads around here, beautiful. The sense of event leading up to this place, where you come into the grounds of this grand 500-year-old house and you just go along the tree-lined road to get here. Yeah. It's magic, isn't it?
It is absolutely stunning. When we first rode up here, we came up that lane and we saw the lane and we just thought, do you know what? That is something quite special. And it gives us kind of, I suppose, a bit of an event to arriving at Loseley House. And also now the house is open, people can come and see the house and the gardens, the walled gardens, and it's really, a real sense of event. And then you just head out into the Surrey Hills or down to the Sussex Downs. London's only 45 minutes away. So it's all very, very well connected.
Dave, I can't wait to do this tour. I'm going to grab the camera and film you, because there are so many different bits of interest here. So let's check inside. So
let's, some of the bikes we've got at the moment. We've got a couple of the Sand Raiders bikes. So I do this every year, Sand Raiders. Just come back from Morocco. So it's all inspired by the Dakar. So these are 2 XR600s. My one's got a little bit of a technical issue, but Andrew, bless him, unfortunately had an injury, let me borrow his. So I rode his for the last 5 days. So that's 1,500 kilometers through the Sahara.
So Dave, you started the Sand Raiders on your bike.
Yep.
Your bike broke down.
Spent months trying to make it, get it ready, and then it broke down day 2, unfortunately.
Your friend then had an injury on this bike next to us.
Yep.
He couldn't finish the Sand Raiders.
Yep.
So you ended up finishing not on your bike, on the bike next to it.
Yep. And then my bike became the donor to plenty of other bikes. So the whole Dakar spirit is help somebody else finish. And that's what these bikes are all about. But they're all kickstart. They're all going, you know, it's that nod back to the 80s and 90s Dakar. Still with the sand on them from, and they've just come back from the Bike Shed show actually as well.
Oh, were they?
So yeah, so. And then just a few more. This is one of my favourite little ones, 1972 SL350, kind of a desert sled bike. Really quite fancied that, so kind of had to have it with patina all over it. This is Nicky's bike, a little TL125, got for the Mallee Mile.
Exactly what I need for off-roading. What's that? It's got to be like 100 kilos or something like
tiny,
that to learn
it's
on.
perfect, it's really, really good. Trials bike more, so slow and technical. This is my sort of full-on enduro bike, my Beta. That's for definitely much more modern, easier to ride than the old XRs. But come on in and I'll show you the shop as well. So,
Dave, the Sand Raiders.
Yep.
How many days? How many miles across desert? This is all off-roading.
All off-road. So it's 7 days. It's 1,600 kilometers on average. 200 riders. It's non-competitive. Amazing mechanical and medical team behind you. It's not easy. You're going over dunes, mountain tracks, everything. But it is, it's the sense of achievement, and riding an old bike in the old style is just, there's nothing like it. It really is. It's something else. And then, this is our little shop. This is my Triumph Thruxton. Had this a few years. It's lucky enough, actually, it's on the front cover of the DGR 10th anniversary. So,
I know this picture so well. I can't believe this is the actual bike.
It's the actual
this is
bike.
your bike.
Yes.
It's the actual bike from this photo.
Yeah, it's not actually me on the shot. It's my friend Rob. Mark messaged through a couple of friends and said, we need a Thruxton. Can you help? Absolutely no problem. So we found a bridge on the way to the bike shed and said, look, we got the shot. And that was 6 o'clock in the morning, dressed up all dapper, and we got the shot.
And what a shot it is.
It was,
what a shot
it's an amazing shot. And then really our shop was always created about hand-picked items. Me and Nicky wanted to find bits that are our style. So it's a mixture of riding gear and lifestyle gear. We were really lucky to get Gold Top. So Casey and Joe were really supportive. So we get lots of their people who want to buy their gear but want to try it on, but don't. If they live sort of south of London or South Counties, riding up to Hertfordshire is quite a long way, so they can ride here, try it on.
I can tell you hand-pick this stuff, don't you?
Yes, we do, yeah.
All of the stuff here, it's the perfect balance between biking gear and lifestyle gear, and then some in between, isn't it?
Exactly,
it's really nice.
Yeah, and we're quite lucky we got this gear called from Maria Riding, which we're one of the only UK importers from Maria Riding. They were originally bike builders, and then they developed their own clothing range, lifestyle gear. And we work really closely with them. In fact, we're talking about some collaboration with them as well.
Portuguese.
Yeah, and if you feel the material, it's so
Stunning.
soft.
Beautiful.
It's beautifully done.
Beautiful material.
Yeah, and so Age of Glory, Wild Dust, and we've also then got Head and Helmets. We've got Bell, but really nicely we've got, which I know you are wearing, is the JD1. So John Doe came on board a few months ago, and I wear a lot of the John Doe stuff, and
it's really good, isn't it?
It's nice. It's
and
really
it's
nice.
Value for money. About £220 for that helmet, I think is excellent.
It's
value
amazing
for money.
Honestly, it's amazing. And actually, that's my kind of style. It's a pair of jeans, a nice casual jacket, a nice helmet you can wear, and most of the jeans are single ply AAA. I mean, they're so comfortable. Coffee and cake, and then into my playground, my workshop. So
this is your area now,
This is my area, definitely, yeah. So it's a mixture of my bikes, Nicky's bikes, and customer bikes. What can I say? So this is a customer's bike, which I've got in for a little bit of work, but it's such an amazing machine.
Dave, it looks like a Norton. I've literally only just seen this sign here, Norvin. Is that half Norton, half Vincent?
Yeah.
I've never come across this and ever seen one in my life. This is a V-twin Vincent?
Yeah, it's a Vincent
That's
1000cc featherbed frame with a Rapide engine. It's an epic piece of machinery. Honestly, that Vincent engine is just a piece of artwork.
When would this have been customized like this?
So originally, the featherbed frame was used for quite a lot of engines because the design is so big. You could get quite a lot of different engines in there. So the Triton was the same bike with the Triumph engine in it, but this was one with the Vincent engine going into it. Recently built for the customer, but he wants me now to do a few more little bits and ideally get it running. It's got a few little...
Did you build it?
No.
Okay.
A few little issues. I'm going to do a few more bits for him. This is a customer's bike that's just come back from the Bike Shed show. which is a beautiful Moto Guzzi.
That engine work and the paint
honestly,
work is sensational, isn't it?
Oh, honestly, he spent hours and hours and hours on this bike. And again, he came in, he bought a helmet, he stayed for some coffee and cake, we talked about his bike, and he was going to struggle to get it back from the bike shed show. So I said, look, I'm coming back anyway. So we put it on the van and brought it back. So that goes back to him tomorrow.
Everything about that, I've just seen the exhaust on the back.
Oh, have you seen the exhaust?
Insane.
But it looks like a brake light.
Absolutely
So if you look
insane.
around there, it looks like a brake light, but it's actually the exhaust. It's beautiful.
That's
honestly.
incredible.
So, and then I've got a thing about Ducati. So that's my Ducati. This is my Ducati 748, which is my baby. Had that for, I love that bike. Everything about it.
That's iconic, isn't it?
It looks fast just standing still.
Yep.
Honestly, it's beautiful. And then this is my bike shed show build. This is a Himalayan 450.
I just have to get my head around this, Dave, because you said to me outside there's a Himalayan inside. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I did not see a Himalayan. I was trying to rack
Yeah.
my brain. Where's the Himalayan? This is a Himalayan.
So I built that with a friend. We worked on it together for the Bike Shed show. So Max up at Vanoni up in Fulham. Me and him worked together on this one. So it's got HP course exhaust, a rally rear end. I worked with a French company to design the tower. Desert Rose gave us a roadbook holder for the front. And we got it just in time for the Bike Shed show. And so, it's kind of, I suppose, inspired a little bit by Charlie's Race to Dakar bike.
Charlie Borman's,
yeah. We've known Charlie for a few years. Charlie's a close friend. And you've got Charlie's, Simon Pavey and Matt Hall's name on the side.
Wow.
So this was used for training for the Dakar in 2006.
Was it really?
Yeah, so it did go, but it wasn't really used. It was more for the training when they were training in Wales. But it is the same bike, exactly the same bike as that they raced on. It's just, unfortunately, not moved far, and I'm kind of storing it for Charlie at the moment.
What a thing to store, though.
I know,
isn't it?
It's a story, it really is. And this is a friend's XL600 because I've got a real thing
desirable.
for the 90s.
These bikes, so insane.
it.
I know this from the podcast. People really rate these bikes, don't they?
Yeah, single cylinder thumper engine. It's iconic. And then because I like to, what I guess I do here is mainly customizing bikes. So my background is a tool maker, so I've got a CNC here. And the idea is to customize parts. So if I look at, this is a customer's Harley, fuel tank, new indicators, new lights, new front headlight, but he wants to choose the right tank. So it's being delivered today. We're going to see which one fits perfectly, and then work with image designs to get the right paint job. And that's kind of, I guess, where I enjoy it, is project managing a build, doing some of it myself, and then using other local providers to build a bike that somebody really, really, exactly how they want it to be, I guess.
And I've just seen here, you've got all of the bikes you can chill out. I can see the Kitchener, the coffee machine in the back. And this is really nice here. I like this, Dave. When I see a place like this, I immediately think, I'll spend half an hour there with no
this is more of a chilling out after hours. We've got a little bit of bourbon in the corner as well, as you has to have. This is our little chill out lounge. And then our kind of most sort of biggest piece is our wool. So when we built the unit, it was just this blank white wool. And so we spoke to Roxy, who's a close friend. She's a tattoo artist in London, but does some amazing murals. She listened to my stories about riding Sand Raiders and my love of 90s Enduros. And she just came up with this. She does some of the artwork for Mallet as well. It just captures kind of what we're all about.
It's an incredible place. I'm now going to have a walk around here because these grounds look equally as impressive. So I'll take you around with me. That's an extremely lucky coincidence. The fact that Machinehead Moto, right there, is next to Loseley Bakery, the team of about 7 who make all of those cakes, including the delicious carrot cake I just polished off. I'm now going to head up deeper into the grounds of the house, up this little path, because I think right ahead of me is the building from the incredible series, The Gentleman. God, I love these old little buildings. You can see just through there, like a massive candle holder with a white rag that's just been left on it. Wonder how long that's been there for. Somewhere here, there it is, look. That, can't believe it. One of my favorite series that I've ever seen, The Gentleman. That's the house from the series. The grandeur is, it's on the highest level. I need to do some research about the history of this. So the incredible house there with the stone-built bridge so you can cross this little river, all beautifully manicured. Little outbuilding here, and something I didn't expect to see. Palm trees. Who would have guessed it, with a little outbuilding there as well. It's like it's not real. It's too perfect. There's a green Land Rover Defender parked up by the side of the house. And this little moat around the house with those water lilies just sitting on top of the water. Incredible place. Machinehead Moto are, I think they're within a couple of weeks of starting to do their off-road courses, their off-roading events here in these grounds. Imagine that. Imagine doing off-roading around here with this scenery, this backdrop. It's mind-blowing. It feels like the classic 650 is a bike designed exactly for these surroundings, a 500-year-old estate. And this bike just fits perfectly, pootling up and down these little lanes at 30 miles an hour. Tree-lined lanes, nothing but unspoilt countryside around. Feels just right. Machinehead Moto just nestled within this estate. So impressive what they've done. 5 months they've been open. They've got everything already, the carefully curated selection of gear, the little customization section in the corner where Dave's currently working on a custom, I think it's Harley-Davidson Sportster, and then that eclectic selection of bikes they've got there, that Vincent Norton mix, Charlie Borman's off-roader that I think he took out to Morocco, Dave's Sand Raiders bike that he couldn't quite finish on, so he took his friend's one that was sitting right behind it, then the Ducati 748. That backdrop of bikes with the mural there, then the Chesterfield sofas to chill on, and the fact that, and I still can't believe this, it's incredible, they're going to be somewhere in this countryside. I can't exactly picture where it is. They're going to be doing off-roading. It's absolutely incredible. They'll also soon, I think, be doing sandwiches, so it's a proper place you'll be able to come, have a proper bite to eat, and a coffee, and that cake as well. Top level place. Really hope you enjoyed the video. I had an amazing day, so thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I'll see you in the next one.